So what kind of mindset do you need to run this kind of a business? So the analogy I look at is you need to think like a billionaire. If you want to become a billionaire, you need to think like a billionaire. So just by clarity, a billionaire means a self-made billionaire, not someone who's got a handout from mom or dad or inherited his wealth. I'm talking about a self-made billionaire, and what you need to understand is the choices that they make. So I've looked at this group of individuals, and what I've realized is that they only invest in assets that provide them a positive return on their investment. So you can say yes, but there are a lot of different types of assets, some more valuable than others and some not renewable assets. So how do they spend most of their time determining what asset to invest in? And really and truly, it's quite simple. Most of them don't even use email or even a mobile phone, and sometimes are off the grid for weeks. But I'm making a point here that you don't have to necessarily have email or choose streamlined communications. But what these people do is they invest in assets that give them a positive return on their investment. And if we look at a business, it's not just about having a great product or service, but it's about your ability to market your products or service. And this might be difficult for you to accept, but it's true. I'm not saying you don't want to have a good product or service in the industry. I'm saying the money is not in that product. If you can effectively communicate to your market about your product, it doesn't really matter. The market doesn't pay you to have the best product. It rewards you for solving problems. A transaction takes place in the mind of a consumer based on the value of a solution that you're selling, which outweighs the price that you're asking. In other words, you'll be compensated on the basis of how you market and build value around your solution to the pains and desires of your customers. So the bigger problem you solve, the more you're going to be compensated. Your focus should be ultimately and intimately understanding your market and what your prospects' deepest desires, pains, fears, hopes, and dreams will be. You need to know them better than your competitors, and then craft your marketing message to effectively communicate how you can solve their problems. This exercise alone is the single most valuable activity you will ever do in your business. Focus on the selling and marketing of your product more than anything. If you look at the activities that you use every day and how much time you spend in them, how much time do we spend on emails? How much time do we spend looking at Facebook? Are they providing you the return on your investment, your time? No, they're not. Sending emails that don't translate into sales or revenue is wasted effort. Yes, it's important to set up systems, and it's important to come up with offers and promotions and look at analytics. But really and truly, at the end of the day, if you focus 80% of your attention on the message of marketing your product and selling your product, it's going to make a huge impact on your bottom line. So to put it more simply, 4% of your activities create 64% of the revenue in your business. And if I look at it and I say, I cut out 90% of my activities that produced me little or zero revenue, and I took the top 4% of revenue producing activities, what would they look like? They would look like the following. The revenue producing activities you should focus on are writing sales copy, coming up with offers and promotions, creating your sales funnels, shooting videos, doing webinars, and scheming and plotting. Sadly, we invest most of our time in those activities that produce almost zero or little revenue at all. And these may be different for each and every one of you, but once you put together a list of these important producing activities, it's then time to get to work and start automating and creating systems for just about everything else. You shouldn't be investing your time in boring, low-value tasks, because every minute you spend on the low-value task, putting out fires, is taking away from that side of the business that you can leverage the most and have the largest potential to make money. You see, you want to audit your time, where it's being spent and where you're getting the most leverage. This life of admin work is nothing more than a collection of low-level tasks that produce absolutely no revenue at all. As we move forward into the next lesson, I'll highlight to you what you need to do to be a truly effective entrepreneur. For now, I'll see you in the next lesson.